Alright guys, so let's get started. Today we're going to cover implementing Cisco Unified Communication Manager, digit manipulation. So today we are going to discuss about the digit manipulation, how exactly the digits are being analyzed by the CUCM and how we can manipulate it while sending the call out or receiving the call in. So in this basically what all you're going to learn, describe when to use digit manipulation in call manager, describe call manager digit manipulation operations, list call manager digit manipulation configuration options, describe how to use external phone number mask, how to prefix and strip digits to and from called and calling party number, describe how to use translation pattern, how to use transformation mask, and etc. Digit stripping and significant digits. So basically this is something regarding the call when it comes from the PSTN and when you have E.164 PSTN number, right, for outgoing PSTN calls. So you might not want to send the call, the complete call details or complete E.164 number. You want to send, let's say, 4-digit number or 5-digit number to the PSTN, so no one can call you back. Or when you are calling, let's say when you are calling from your 4-digit number, right, to the PSTN to outside, at the end the ringing phone will see only 4-digit because that's what your extension is, that's what your calling number is. Now the PSTN number, the same number, the same phone, if they want to make your call, they cannot make your call with the 4-digit, right? They need a full E.164 number, the dialable number, and that is where we use basically this digit manipulation, right? So we'll discuss about that. Essentials of call manager digit manipulation. So as you see this digit manipulation over here, we have call managers, we have 1002 phone, right? These are the DID numbers and this is the PSTN number. How to manipulate calling and call number, right? So expand calling directory number to fully qualified PSTN number first, and strip access code 9 dialed internally for PSTN access. So as you see here, this is my on-net number. The calling number is 1002, right? And the call number is this 555, this one 408-555-111. This is the call number. This is on net. Now if you talk about the off net, right, what does that off net means? Off net means when this phone calls you this number, so this number will see only 1002 is calling, but 1002 is not dialable number. So if this phone wants to reach back to this phone, it's not possible. Okay, this is not a dialable number. So off net means what you see over here, what you see here is the call is coming from 706-555-1002. Now the question arises here. The question arises that the calling number is 1002. How it becomes this number, right? And the call number is 914085551111. How it becomes only 1408, not 9? Right? Did you get that? Right? So that is what we have to understand, and why it is important. By looking at this picture itself, by looking at this diagram itself, now you might be thinking, so I mean the other important points as well, that this is increasing the security as well. What internally you are using, extensions you are using, publicly it is not disclosed, first. Second, this is very easy for the dialing. I mean, for internal calling, I don't have to, if this phone wants to come talk to this phone, I'll dial only the 4-digit and the call routing goes. I don't have to dial 8 digit, 9 digit, 10 digit like this for internal calls, isn't it? So this is what we have to understand here. Expand calling direct numbers. This is we are expanding here. As you see, let's clear it all. And right, so I see here on net, I see here off net, or the call number on net. When the call goes outside, call manager sends this number, not only 1002 and the call number only. So 9 doesn't go outside. Why 9 doesn't go outside? Because here this internal phone is only using 9 as an access code to reach PSTN. Strip access code 9 dialed up internally for PSTN access. So here I'm using 9 only to access the PSTN, right? So if this is a PSTN phone, a public phone outside, right? So I don't have to dial actually this 9, isn't it? So let's understand further. So digit manipulation requirements, these are the, whenever you are manipulating the digits, right? These are like the requirements kind of. As you see here, expand calling party, directory number to full E.164 PST number, call type it is internal to PST. Use calling party's external phone number mask for calling party transformation in route pattern or route list. What does that mean? When you are expanding the number, calling party, I'm not talking about the call number, I'm talking about the on-net calling party. When you are expanding the number to the dialable number, to make it dialable, how? Use calling party. So if calling party is 1002, external phone number mask. External phone number mask here is what? Or transformation mask. External number mask is this. This means whenever I am calling, because this is the DID what we have purchased. So whenever I'm calling outside, I will make sure each and every call with each and every calling number 706555 gets added to it whenever it goes to PSTN. So now when the PSTN receives 706555 1002, it is absolutely a dialable number. Right? Because PSTN knows that 706555 has been assigned to particular this gateway. Strip PSTN access code 9. Why internal to PSTN? Use digit stripping in route pattern or route list. We have digit stripping. That's something I'll show you. Expand abbreviated number like 0 for operator internal to internal. Use called party transformation in translation pattern. Convert E.164 PSTN called party number directory number to internal number. PSTN to internal number. Use called party transformation. So basically this transformation can be used for the calling party as well as the called party. Overlapping endpoint directory numbers. Use called party transformation in translation pattern. Cisco Unified Communication Manager digit manipulation flow, as you see here. This is very good example over here what we have been discussing. No. So if obviously if you're calling from 1002 to 1005, right? So calling is 1002 and called is 1005. In 1005, what you will see? You will see that 1002 is called. You don't need the full number there to be displayed. Only the,
That's the internal number, right?
sorry?
That's the internal number, so it won't show the
In, yeah,
external mask number.
doesn't require at all.
Okay. Only for PSTN calls it will add the external mask number, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So whatever call we are sending to the PST. Even though if you're sending the call to WAN, I don't have to add the external mask, because WAN means it is going to my different other branch offices, right? So let's understand the flow over here. As you see, by looking at this diagram itself, 1005 dials this number. Where is this number? This guy. Why this phone dials 91? 9 is the access code to the PSTN. This call has to go to the PSTN, right? This call has to go to the PSTN, right? And then extension 1004 dials this number. As you see, when the call comes to the call manager, by looking at this route pattern, right? Dial number matches 9, this route pattern. In this particular, in your call manager, there would be route pattern configured for this kind of dialing, 9 dot exclamation route pattern. So it matches this route pattern. You will have route pattern configured for PSTN, for long distance, for international calling and all that. That route pattern, when we configure, we will configure the following things. What? Called party transformation. Means the called party is what? This one, right? So called party transformation, what is the digit manipulation that we are doing? Discard digits and pre-dot. Means before dot, whatever it is there in that number, discard it. Means don't send it outside that digit. So we have dialed 9 dot exclamation, means now 9 dot anything. So here before dot, what it comes is 9. So 9 will be discarded. Discard digits, right? And what about the calling party transformation? Calling party transformation is add this number. Which number? 408 555 30XX. Now you see who is dialing actually? 1005, right? But I am completely changing this calling number to the different number. I am sending not 1005, I am sending this number. You even we don't see 1005 here, the last digit, last 4 digit as well. This is for the security reason as well. No one is aware of actually what internal numbers you have configured. And route to the gateway. So call has been, after manipulating this, call is sent from call manager to the gateway. Right? Cool.
Ravi, I have one question.
Yeah.
See, in our organization, we are providing PSTN line to usually HRs. Okay. So when they make a call to us on our personal number, my mobile number, I can see their PSTN number entirely. So I cross checked as well in CUCM. That number. So I get a full
Sorry,
number.
you got disconnected. Can you just come up again?
Is it audible now?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Now in our organization, we are usually providing the PSTN connection to HR for hiring purpose.
Okay.
Okay, so the usually the one day I tested for this PSTN line. They
Okay.
called me my mobile number. Okay, my mobile number. So this is a so I got a full extension number. I mean, their PSTN full number I got.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get this kind of
Four
another
digit
number
number.
like, yeah, 4 digit number. I got a full number.
Yeah, because there what we are doing is we are doing this calling party transformation.
Okay. See, for this scenario, see, this scenario you are telling the 105, right? For
Mm-hmm.
me, it's showing that 105, like 105 is showing my phone. How it's possible?
No,
So I
it won't show 105.
show it shown.
1005 is just for the internal number, right? This phone where you have got the call,
Uh,
let's say this is your mobile,
okay,
and
okay.
you have got the call from here.
Hey, got it, got it. Actually, in our company, few DIDs are reserved to PSTN numbers.
Yes, yes, that's what I told, right? In previous slide, what we have seen there is we
Okay.
have the DID numbers purchased.
Okay, okay. For PSTN, we have to separately have to purchase like that.
Yes.
Okay, understand. Okay.
So that
Got
is the significance of actually the transformation mask, digit manipulation. So I can completely change the number, the calling number as well as the call number,
okay.
right? So here, since we're talking about the calling number, I can completely change this calling number. So
Okay.
even though if I'm dialing 1005, right, to you, let's say, and you won't get to know even who is calling me, I will, whatever I want to show, if I want to show that, okay, 5005 is calling,
Oh,
right? So what you will see, you will see that, okay, I'm getting call from 5005. You won't have even idea about this. That is what you are
okay.
seeing here. Even this
Okay.
phone doesn't have idea that 1005 is calling. This phone knows that who is calling me. This guy is calling.
Okay. I will do test by coming Monday and I'll let you know. Okay.
Sure, sure.
Okay.
Call manager, then what it does, strips off discard digit 9 from the dial number and sends only 1303555607, right, to PSTN via the gateway after modifying the calling party number from 1005 to 400 or 408555305. So now when the call goes to the PSTN, this phone sees what? Calling 408555305. When this phone sees that, okay, who is calling me? I'm getting call from this number, not from this number. Clear? If the calling party transformation number is not a DID number, will that show that transformation number to PSTN user? It will show whatever actually you want to configure in call manager, but the question is call will not be coming back, because from the DID number only PSTN will locate the gateway. And if you haven't purchased, if you don't have a DID number, or by mistake if you have configured something else, you won't be able to get the call. All right, so hold on. Right, so as you see here, the PSTN phone is saying that I'm getting call from 408555305. Right, so PSTN phone rings and sees calling. Cool. Let me just remove this, clear all. So this is what exactly happened. Another one. So digit manipulation flow example, incoming call from PSTN. Now you're getting the call from PSTN, let's say. Right, now this PSTN phone over here, this phone over here wants to dial what number? The same number, what we have discussed in the previous slide. So PSTN phone dials this number. So here 30 10 10 0, consider the 5 only, what we have taken in the previous example. because this is what it is saying, right? So it has to dial a 1 as in the country code. So PSTN switch routes the call to gateway and gateway to call manager. Incoming call dial number matches this number. Translation pattern configured with the following. Now this is something, the translation pattern that I have configured in the call manager, right? Now translation pattern, what it does, it translates this number to an internal number. Just like NATing we do in networking IP, right? What it does, it translates from IP to public number and public number to private IP number. Similarly here, translation pattern does, what it does, it translates from internal number to the external number and from external number to the internal number. So called party transformation mask is 10XX. Option calling party transformation is prefix digit 91. Prefix digit 91 means whenever you're getting call, add 91 with that. So when call manager translates this exactly 3010 to 1010, right? 1010 is registered with the call manager itself. Call manager looks up 1010 where it is, finds a registered phone with that directory and sends the call. Unified call manager presents the call to extension. It will prefix the calling number 91 to make it easier for the internal user to call back to the PSTN caller. So when you're getting the call, it will remove this one. I mean, it will not remove the one basically, but it will add what? 9. So whenever you're dialing, this user is seeing what? Who is dialing me? 914085553010 is dialing, right? Or what? Who is calling me? 913035558008 is calling. So whenever you want to make a call outside, you will dial exactly the same number. You will dial, okay, 913035556008. Call will come to the call manager. Call manager again will strip 9 and only send 1303555 to the PST. So this digit manipulation is something very, very important to understand here. I hope this is clear. Outgoing as well as incoming from the PST. Where all you can configure the digit manipulation, or right, configuration. Digit manipulation element. You can configure external phone number mask. Designates the fully qualified E.164 address for the user extension. Part of calling and call transformation setting. Digit prefix and stripping. Prefix means add, stripping means before prefix. Prefix or strip dialed digits from a route or translation pattern for outbound calls. Part of again calling call transformation setting. Transformation mask itself again calling call transformation settings, manipulate the dial digits or calling party number. Translation pattern, when dial digits match the translation pattern, unified call manager performs the translation first and then routes the call again. Again, make use of calling and call transformation settings for digit manipulation. Significant digits, strip off digits received by call manager for incoming calls from the PSTN gateways or from a trunk. So these are the basically elements. All elements you can see where only on the calling and called transformation mask. Okay. Call manager external phone number mask, as you see, designates the fully qualified E.164. What is basically external phone number mask? As I told you, It's your completely dot DID number, complete E.164 dialable number from PST. Used to format caller ID information for external outbound calls that are made from the internal devices. Configured under line configuration settings, but enabled as part of calling party transformation settings. This external phone number mask where you can configure under line configuration. Line configuration means under the phone itself you have a line. Under the line you will see this calling party transformation. That's the option where you can configure. As you see here, go to device, phone, find and select the associate. Under associate information, you see here, when you click on the line here, right, external phone number mask. So whatever your number is, that means you are, whenever you are sending the call outside, what it will display? 408-555-306, anything. In the route pattern that point to PSTN, like 9 dot explanation, 9 dot at the rate or something like that, you will see in route pattern, you will see calling party transformation, and here you will see use calling party external phone number mask. You have to enable it. Once you configure it under the line configuration of phone, you have to enable it under the route pattern. Use calling party's external phone number mask for the routing. So this is what we have discussed anyways. This slide we have discussed already. Digit prefix. You see here, prepend digits to the pattern. Valid entries include digits like 0 through 9, star and hash, part of calling and call transformation. You see here, when you go to the basically route pattern itself, there you will see this calling party transformation and called party transformation. This is about the calling part. Prefix digit outgoing calls. What do you want to add it? Right? Calling line ID, these are the default settings. And called party transformation, discard digit. What do you want to discard? Discard it. Pre-dot, prefix digit here also, if you want to add something. If you want to discard, if you just click on none, you will see pre-dot, prefix and all that. All options you will see there. Digit stripping, this is what I was talking about, discard digit. When you click, you have these options: pre-8, pre-dot, and etc. The same thing what we have, just take a couple of minutes, go through it, try to understand what exactly it is saying. I hope this is clear, right? So this is like DDIs, discard digit instructions. Like pre-dot means what? Before dot anything. Removes access code digits. Delimited by sign, dot sign. Pre-et removes all digits that are in front of a valid numbering plan pattern. So using pre-dot DDIs, this is something we have already discussed it. So let's not discuss this one. Call manager transformation mask. Again, this is what the kind of exercise modify either the calling number or call number. Can contain digits applied to a number to extend or truncate it. Truncate it as an to change the complete number. Part of calling or called party transformation settings. Transformation mask, if you want to configure, again you can configure under translation pattern, route pattern, or route list. Under this, calling party transformation and called party transformation. All right. Translation pattern. What basically the translation pattern is? Very powerful tool to manipulate dial digits and calling party number for any type of call. Translation pattern, just now I gave one example of natting, right? Same thing is translation pattern. It basically translates from 4-digit dialing to the external mask, or it translates from PST number to the internal number. Whatever number you want, call manager to translate it to. Whatever number you want to add it, to remove it, as in to add or to change completely, truncate the call itself. Can be used to either route or block certain pattern when the digits match the translation pattern. So we'll configure translation pattern basically. Call manager does not route the call to an outside entity. So this is not for the routing purpose. Just remember, it doesn't route the call when the translation pattern match. What it does instead, it performs the translation first, right? It performs the translation first and then routes the call to another translation pattern or to a route pattern itself. So after translating, so let's understand this, what it is trying to say. So digit, find best match. Let's say you have dialed the digit, right? It finds the match. It will check the translation pattern, what exactly the call has to go at, and then it checks the route pattern and extend call to destination. Let's understand this way in configure translation. In order to configure this translation pattern, as you see, call routing translation pattern, you have a separate tab itself, add new. Translation pattern is this. This is pattern. Here you have route option. Route option whether block or the block the pattern or allow the pattern with the no error if you want to block. These are again transformation settings, calling number and call party transformation. So this is where you might have seen in your production environment, few users are unable to call international numbers. Why? What they do basically, or what we do, the administrator, it creates one. So basically, how it is done, let me just put it in this way. Let's say this phone and this phone. This phone I want to allow dial, let's say international number 91 and etc. This phone I want to block it. Now obviously when you configure route pattern, you will configure 91 as in one route pattern, right? You will configure one route pattern, because with the same thing you cannot configure the second route pattern, right? You have to change something. Then how it is possible? So what you will do here, you will configure partition. Let's say this is partition 1 and this is partition 2. So you will create a partition now. What you will do, this 91, if I want to allow it, right, I will put this route pattern in partition 1. Partition is what, by the way? Partition is just a what? Anything you can put into partition, anything which is dialable, isn't it? So you will put this 91, this route pattern, let me put this way, route pattern, right, in partition 1. So this is being put here to allow the call. To allow the call. So what I'll do now, this is allowed. When this is dialing, right? Partition 2, what will happen? This
It will have a
partition,
different number, the different out pattern number, so it won't allow.
correct, right? So when this partition 2 is dialing, same number 91, what it will do is it won't be allowed because there I have configured what? Block the number. So let's say another 91, right? And what all number that I don't want to make them call 91, I'll put them into the same partition. And here I'll configure, you see here route option, I will check this one. I will say log the call with this error or no error, or when you drop down, basically when you click on this drop down list, drop down, you will see the other options like with the error saying you're not authorized to call this number or something like that. So hope this is clear. Translation pattern example, these are the translation pattern examples. As you see, employee phones 411, internal extension is for anything, San Jose, PSTN DID range is this one, called party transformation is 404XX. Translation pattern, I will configure anything with the XX, called party number 411. Call manager sees longest match, so this basically will match any configured number and get sent to 411 attendant. What translation pattern I have configured? I've configured this. So whenever you dial the number, it matches the translation pattern. Why it is written here the longest match? The longest match means you might have configured another translation pattern which exactly includes, let's say, 1XX or 4XX. You have, let's say, 4 times X. You have another translation pattern which is configured 4XX. Third translation pattern which is configured, let's say, 41XX. And fourth translation pattern you have configured, let's say, 411X. Which one is the longest in that case? The longest is 411X. So which one will match? 411X. Significant digits. Instruct call manager to pay attention to only the least significant end digits of the call number for incoming calls from PST. Part of gateway and trunk configuration affects all incoming calls received by the gateway or trunk. Not recommended for the variable length extension numbers. That's fine. This is where you can configure. Under the gateway itself or trunk configuration, you have this option. This is gateway configuration basically. Under the device information, and this is trunk configuration. You see, so significant is PSTN phone dials 1-408-555-1010 PSTN. Switch routes the call to gateway. Gateway device configured with the following significant digit 4. What does it 4 means? Call manager will ignore all but the last 4 digit of call number. It will ignore everything. Call manager will ignore all but the last 4 digit of the call number 10. 10. The Cisco call manager looks up 1010 only, not exactly the complete number, and finds a registered phone with the that directory number and presents the call to extension 1010. Transformation settings, again we have discussed already. The transformation setting is something you can configure in the calling party transformation or called party transformation. We have done some exercise as well. So transformation example, let's not discuss this. So that's it from this digit manipulation part from my side. If you guys have any question, please feel free to ask.